Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to create or update HubSpot contact on Stripe payment. So here my objective is that whenever a customer is going to make a payment in Stripe, automatically that customer should be added as a new contact in HubSpot CRM. And if that customer will be an existing contact of HubSpot CRM, then the same contact should be updated automatically. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between Stripe and HubSpot CRM, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles, trigger and action. So in trigger we are going to take Stripe, and in action we are going to take HubSpot CRM, and we will connect all of them by using Pabbly Connect to automate this entire process. And to learn the entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create or update a HubSpot contact whenever a new customer will be added in Stripe. So whenever a customer is going to make the payment, automatically that customer will be either added in HubSpot as a contact, and if that customer will be an existing contact of HubSpot, then it will be updated. Okay, so we are going to create an automation for this entire process by setting up a connection between Stripe and HubSpot, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of this amazing automation software Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect allows us to connect multiple applications without the requirement of any coding or programming skills to automate our tasks. So this is the homepage of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing this URL pabbly.com/connect. After coming here, we can find two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I am directly clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it will take us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now on this dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create folders here to save our workflows. As you can find, I have multiple folders over here. I have created them to save my workflows accordingly in different folders, okay, according to my choice. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option, which is given on the right corner with blue color. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Create or update HubSpot contact on Stripe payments. So this is the objective of creating this workflow. I've given the name. Now here we are going to select the folder in which we want to save this workflow. So I have created Stripe and HubSpot automations folder. Let me select that and we will click on create. And as we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So as I told you that trigger and actions are the two main. So as I told you that Pabbly Connect works on these two principles, trigger and actions. So these two are the main concepts on which the entire automation runs. The trigger here says when this happens, and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we are going to take Stripe in our trigger and HubSpot CRM in our action. And our objective is that whenever a new customer will be created in Stripe by making the payment, automatically that same customer should be added as a HubSpot contact. Okay, so here our action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the payment is made in Stripe, then only the contact is added in HubSpot CRM, otherwise not. So after understanding this concept of trigger in action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we need to select our trigger application, and our objective is that whenever a new payment will be made by a new customer in Stripe, then the response should be captured here in Pabbly Connect, and with that response, the workflow should get trigger. So our trigger application will be Stripe over here. After selecting the application, we also have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So we want that whenever a new payment will be made, that means new charge will be made, the workflow should get triggered with a response. So new charge will be our trigger event. And as we have selected that, a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. So we need to follow these instructions step by step very carefully in order to connect our Stripe account with Pabbly Connect. And the webhook URL which is provided to us is going to act as a bridge for sending the data from Stripe towards Pabbly Connect. So first of all, let us copy this webhook URL. And then I'm going to take you towards my Stripe account. So here I'm working in test mode. We have to go towards developer section, and we can find the option of webhook over here. Let's select that. After coming on webhooks, here are multiple webhook URL which are already added. Now to create a new webhook, we have to click on this add endpoint button. and we have to enter the details. So first of all, we have to paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. If you want, you can also provide a description over here. Okay, and now we have to select the events. Okay, so let's click on this select events button, and we have to select charge over here. And now among these events, we have to select charge succeeded. So whenever the charge, that means whenever the payment will be succeeded, the response will be captured in Pabbly Connect, and with that response, the workflow is going to trigger. So let's click on add events, and here we are going to click on this add endpoint button. So our endpoint is added over here successfully. Let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and here we can find it is showing waiting for webhook response. That means now we have to do a test submission. How we are going to do that? By making a test payment in Stripe so that the response could be captured. So let me take you towards my Stripe account once again, and here we have to go towards home section. From the left side, we can find the option of payment links. So currently I am working in test mode, therefore I have all the dummy or test payment links by using which I'm going to make a test payment. So let's say here I'm going to make the payment for this my SQL course. So this is payment page link. I'm going to copy it, and now I'm going to open it in a new tab. And we can find that the checkout page is open in front of us. So now I'm going to enter the details in these fields in order to make the payment. And because I'm doing a test submission, therefore I'm going to enter all the dummy details. Let's start with the email. So let's say the email of the customer is dummycustomer20@pabblitudes.com. Here I'm going to enter a random phone number. Okay, the card information. So because I'm doing a dummy payment, I'm going to use dummy card details. Let's start with the card number. So this is my dummy card number. Here I'm going to enter the dummy expiry date. Okay, and a random CVV. Now, full name will be dummy customer. This is the card holder's name, and now I'm going to click on pay. Okay. And our payment is successful. So as we have done the payment, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and we can find that here we have already received the response. In the response, we have received all the details that the type is charge succeeded. Here is the request ID, the object event, okay, and the status of the payment, that is succeeded. Okay, and here are all other details, the mode of payment, the customer's details. So this is the name of the customer, email, address, country, and the amount he has paid along with the contact number. Okay, this means that our connection between Stripe and Pabbly Connect is successful. So now whenever we are going to receive a new payment on Stripe by a customer, automatically the response will be captured over here. And now our objective is to add this customer who has made the payment as a contact in HubSpot. For that, first of all, we have to find the customer, whether he or she is an existing contact or HubSpot or not. So let's move towards our action step. In our action application, we will select HubSpot. And now we have to select our action event that will be search a contact. So we are going to search a contact whether he is existing or not. Let's click on connect. And now from the given options, I am going to select add new connection to build a new connection with my HubSpot CRM account. If you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. And now we have to click on this connect with HubSpot CRM button. Here are multiple accounts. I'm going to select my account, and we will click on choose account button. And with this, we can find that our authorization has become successful and HubSpot CRM is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now here it is asking us for the following details. First of all, we have to select the matching property. That means by using which property we want to get the response. Here I want to search the contact with the help of email because it is going to be unique for each and every person. Okay, so I'm going to select email over here. Okay, done. Now it is asking us for the operators. So when the email will be equal to. So here I have selected operators as equals. And now it is asking us what properties you want in the response. So in response, what details you want of the contact. So I want email, first name, all right, last name, and phone number. Okay, so I want these properties in the response of search contact. Okay, here it is asking us to select the search value. So here in the matching property, we have selected email. So we need to provide the value of the email which we want to search. So what we will do, we will simply map the data which we have received from our previous response. So this is our Stripe response in which we have received all the details of the customer. Among these details, we want to map the email. So let us simply map the email over here, and this is the value by using which we want to search the contact in HubSpot CRM. So when we have mapped this data, instead of entering it manually, it has become dynamic. That means now with each and every new response, it is going to be replaced. That means whenever a new customer will be added in Stripe, whenever a new payment will be made, automatically this email address is going to be replaced with a new email of a new customer. But in case if we will enter it manually, then it would have become static, and then it is not going to change with each and every new response. Then the workflow will get stuck and we will not be able to automate the process. Therefore, in order to automate the entire process, we have used mapping. Now let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can find that in the response, we have received all the details. Along with the details, we have also received the ID of the contact, which is very important, and all other details. email, first name, last name, and the contact number, which all these properties are the same which we have added here in the output properties field. Okay. So now by using this response, we will move further. Now our objective is that if the customer is an existing contact of HubSpot, then we want to update that contact. But if the customer will not be an existing contact, then we want to add the customer as a contact in HubSpot. Okay. So we can see two conditions over here. Okay. First is to create a new contact and the second is to update an existing contact. So whenever we are getting two conditions, we have to apply router in the workflow. So let's click on this add action step button, and now here we have to apply router in the workflow. Now router is the very last step of every workflow. We cannot add further action steps after router. We have to perform all the actions which we want. So here we have applied router. The action event will be conditionally run. Let's click on connect. And now here we can find that it has provided us with the 2 routes. If you want, you can also add more routes over here by clicking on this plus sign. But here for now we want 2 routes. So first of all, I'm going to rename these routes. First route is for the existing contacts and the second is for new contacts. So I'm going to rename the routes. First route will be existing and the second one is for new. So I have renamed my routes. Now I'm going to click on the set filter and action steps for the existing route. And now here we can find that a filter is provided to us. So we have to apply first condition in this particular route. So the first condition is that if we are receiving this ID, that means if in the response this ID will be existing, then the workflow should continue with this route. Okay. So let's select ID and here we are going to select the filter type as exist. So if the ID will exist in the response, then the workflow should continue with the first route. That means with the existing route. So let's check the condition. Let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can find that our condition is true because we have already received the contact ID in our earlier response. So because the condition is true, let's click on this add action step button and we will simply update the contact in this case. So here our action application will be HubSpot CRM. And now we have to select action event that will be update a contact. Okay, so because the customer is an existing contact, we simply want to update. Let's click on connect and now we will go with existing connection only as we've already built a connection with HubSpot CRM account. And if you're liking this video, if you're liking this automation, then just click on like button and do not forget to subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations. Now here we will move further. We have to enter the contact ID which we have received, but it should be in the dynamic format. That means it must get changed automatically with each and every new response. For that we have to turn this mapping button on and we have to remove the existing data from this field. And we will simply map the ID which we have received from our earlier response. So this is the contact ID. When we have mapped this, now it is going to be changed and replaced with each and every new response. Here we have to enter the details in these fields to update the contact, and whatever details you want, you can fill them according to your choice. I'm going to remove some of the fields and I will directly move towards the status. So here I'm going to select the status as active and the lead status will be open. So I have updated this lead status. And now I'm going to enter other details. The payment status here will be done. Now we have received first name, last name and all other details. So let's simply map the data one by one. First name is given over here as dummy. Okay. This is last name, email address and the mobile number. All right. So we have entered all the details. Now we will simply click on save and send test request button. Now, if you want, you can also add the source over here. So I'm going to add source, let's say. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button and we can find that here we have received the response. In the response we have received the ID. That means the contact is updated. So let's go and check whether the contact is updated or not. We will refresh the page. This is the contact section and we will preview the contact, dummy contact. Okay. And here we can find that the lead status is changed to open. Okay, so this means that the workflow is successful up till now. So we will move further and now we have to move towards our next condition, that if in case the customer will be not an existing contact of HubSpot CRM, then in that condition what we want. So let's click on this set filter and action steps and now we will simply select the filter label that will be that if this ID will not exist. So here we are going to select does not exist as the filter type. That if the ID does not exist, then the workflow should follow this route. Save and send test request button and here the condition is false. Why? Because we have mapped the data of the customer which is already an existing contact of HubSpot CRM. But when this workflow is going to run in real time, then automatically the condition will be true if the ID will not exist. Okay, so let's click on this add action step button and now in that case if the ID will not exist, which means that if the customer will be not an existing contact of HubSpot CRM, then we want to add the customer as a contact. So here our action application will be HubSpot CRM. And now we have to select the action event that will be create a contact. Let's click on connect and we will go with existing connection only. And here we can find that once again HubSpot CRM is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So let's move further. We need to enter the details in these fields. So I'm just going to enter the mandatory details. I'm going to select the lead status as active, lead status of this particular new contact as new. And here I'm going to enter all other details. So let's say we will start with first name. We will map the existing data only for now because we are just creating the workflow. Last name. Okay, so we have mapped the first name and the last name. Now we will map the email and the phone number. Let's click on save and send test request button. And here it is showing that contact already exists in the response. Why? Because we have mapped the details of the existing contact, but when this workflow is going to run in real time, then we will receive the correct response. Okay, so let's cross this. We will go back as we have already completed our workflow. Okay, so after building the connection between Stripe and HubSpot CRM, let's go and check this workflow in real time. So here I'm going to make a new payment in Stripe, and as soon as I will do that, automatically the customer who has made the payment will be added as a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So let's say I'm going to make the payment for this Redmi 11i. I'm going to open it in a new tab and I'm going to enter the details. So let's start with the email. I'm going to enter a new dummy detail. Let's say this time the email of the customer is demoUser300@pabblytudes.com, and here I'm going to enter the random phone number. Okay, card information, again dummy details. Okay, so I've entered all the details. Let's click on pay and the payment is successful. So let's go and check whether the contact is created in HubSpot CRM for this customer or not. And here we can find that yes, the contact is created over here with a name as demo user. This is the email and this is the phone number. This means that our workflow is running perfectly fine. So we will go back towards Pabbly Connect and summarize what we have done here in the workflow. So we have taken very simple steps. In trigger, we have taken Stripe, and in action, we have taken HubSpot CRM, and then we have applied router over here for 2 conditions. And we have added all these applications in such a way that now whenever a new payment will be made in Stripe, that means whenever a new customer will be created in Stripe, automatically the customer will be searched in HubSpot CRM, and if that customer will be an existing contact of HubSpot CRM, then automatically it will be updated. But if he or she will not be an existing contact, then they will be added as a contact automatically in HubSpot CRM. Okay, so this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can directly reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe our channel to learn more such automations.